Because it's one thing now that I am sure of, okay? And it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. To Faith, Family, and Fun Reviews. If you're new here on this channel, I share with you delightful, family-friendly, and faith-based movies and television shows. Y'all, we are back for our weekly recap and / review of Season 2 of County Rescue, Episode 5. Yes, I am being told that we are down to the last episode. Like, we got one more episode left, y'all. And I have to say, okay, thank God, all right? Literally, thank you. I didn't really get into any predictions or none of that, what I said, I think what happened and all of that. I didn't do that. I didn't, okay? I ain't get ahead of myself. I just let things play it out. That's all I did, and just told y'all about them. I just told people business. That's it, okay? I ain't say nothing about what's going to happen here, what's going to happen there. We ain't do all of that, all right? But with this one, we gonna do a little some of that, a little some of it, okay? A little bit, maybe just a piece. I ain't gonna say some of it. Because it's one thing now that I am sure of, okay? And it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart, okay? It do, right? That one thing that I'm pretty sure of that ain't gonna happen. Okay, but we gonna get into all of that. First, how y'all doing? Happy Saturday. I hope y'all bringing in the weekend with lots of fun with your family, your loved ones, and mainly above all with the Lord, getting into your word. Make sure you praying, all that good stuff. I hope that is what is happening, and let me know if it is in the comments, all right? And if it ain't happening, this is your reminder, okay? To get on it, all right? Get on it, okay? Yes, y'all, I am very excited, a little bit sad, a little bit torn that this season has definitely flown by. I literally feel like they have just announced that we're getting a season 2. I feel like that, and I'm like, wow, we are literally back towards the end. We're basically to the end. We got one episode left, y'all, and I'm just like, I remember how I felt. I remember how I felt last season, okay? When we was to the point that we at right now. I remember how I felt in season 1. And it wasn't too cute. It wasn't. Y'all can go back to the video history and look at all of that. Look at all my little moments and stuff, okay? Y'all see I be sharing stuff with y'all, embarrassed and all of that and everything. And I still don't hide it. It's still there. I don't be taking down nothing, okay? But yes, a lot happened. I'm gonna say, okay, with this review / recap, this is probably going to be short and sweet. I remember there was one video I had with season 1 that it was probably about, it might have been the first episode, that it was like a 15-minute video. It was definitely under like 20 minutes or something. So I feel like, even as I was watching it, and I was thinking about y'all, I was like, okay, I think that this video is going to be like less than, I feel like it's gonna be less than our usual. Definitely less than 45 minutes. I feel like it's gonna be less than 30 minutes and stuff, because not a whole lot happened, but not a whole lot. I feel like I can kind of pretty much sum it up in little to no time, so y'all can get back to playing outside, going to the ice cream truck, go jump roping, go basketball playing, go play some softball, soccer, and all of that. And then this nice weather as we entering spring, or we already in the spring. I'm gonna let y'all get back to all of that. And I thank y'all for watching, taking time out y'all day to join me with these little shenanigans and all this stuff, because yes, I am touring and everything. But yes, okay, so this episode start off, yes, y'all remember Dani had a dilemma. She was gonna make a decision, y'all. She saw Duke drinking last episode, okay? And though it shocked me, and I wanted to get on him, but I ain't have time to do all of that, because I'm like, okay, we don't even know what Dani gonna do with this information, okay? And I was like, I had my thoughts. I was like, what you gonna do, girl? Okay, are you gonna say something and try to make sure you secure your spot on the team, or are you just gonna let things play out the way they play out and let God be the judge of whatever's gonna happen with him? So I was like, what's she gonna do? Okay, I love how Candy Rescue did this. They didn't keep us in suspense because this episode opened up and Dani opened her mouth. Dani, girl, you done spilled the beans. You like, it ain't finna happen like that. It's not finna go down like that. If Duke want to mess up and do all this little thing, if he want to drink and whatever he want to do, that's his business. But you gonna put the lives of people in danger, gonna put our lives in danger, and all these people out here who need our help, who expecting us to be of integrity and to walk the way that we should walk. All right, we shouldn't be drinking, we shouldn't be doing none of that stuff, because we gotta say they putting their lives in our hands. And you think I'm finna be quiet about this? You got another thing coming. I thought you will, did, because I was told to. Okay, yes. You see, y'all could come to that conclusion on y'all own, because guess what I'm doing now? Yes, I'm telling their business and everything, so y'all know I would have told. But yes, Dani does open up in the very beginning of this episode, letting Tim know that she saw Duke drinking. And Tim is like, I love his response, because you would think with how he just been so hung up on her since the beginning that he would have just took it like, okay, like would have just jumped on Dani's side. But I love that he was reasonable enough with her where he was like, why, Dani, would he do that? I mean, this man been given a second chance. He done went on a leave, and yet Chief held down his spot for him, even though he's getting some help. Why would a man like that mess it all up and put all of this on the line again after Chief done saved his job the first time? It just doesn't make sense. And Dani thought about that, but Dani didn't think too long about it. She was like, I know what I saw, okay? I saw him when he came in for his check-in. I saw him, okay? I saw him. And that lets us know, right? We learned a lot in this episode, that we can't always trust what our eyes see. We can't always do that. Do y'all really see me here right now? Are you sure? Are you sure that I'm really before you? Yes, and then Dani and Tim, they have a whole lot of time to discuss the details and Tim really lay it out for her, because they had an emergency. They run back into the building. Chief is there. Dani, I love how she did it. Okay, she got rid of how she was feeling. She went in there like strong and stuff. She was like, Chief, I'm in the box. Turns and stuff. I'm in the box too, okay? And so Dani and Tim head on out and take care of that. And then here we are before our power couple, our couple's goals, okay? Yes, Ashley and Andy. Well, Andy and Ashley, all right? We love them. We do, okay? But I have to apologize to them, right? Because in the last episode, they had a cake because basically Andy had proposed again. It was so beautiful and all of that. We got on that. Okay, I don't think we did, okay? I did, like, I reacted like the rest of the staff did, or the rest of the squad, when they had their cake revealing that they're going to renew their vows. And nobody ain't pay attention to the words on that cake, okay? They were just ready to dive in and have a piece of cake. And I did the same thing when I did my review for the last video. I just dived in. I ain't saying nothing about the little, how romantic and everything. Andy did it, all right? Swept her off her feet again and all of that. And yes, we happy for y'all, okay? We are. But I want to say this, Andy and Ashley, okay? Everybody ain't got nobody. And even the people who got somebody, we ain't got an Andy, all right? We ain't got nobody who been with us all this time and able to work with us and sweep us off our feet and make us feel all princessy and everything. Like, he be making you feel Ashley and stuff, and he appreciate and love you and everything like that. Which I ain't saying he wrong for that. He should do that, okay? That's how every man of God should behave, all right? That's how every girl should have somebody like this. We should, technically, in an ideal world, we all should have an Andy in our lives. But the reality is we don't, okay? We don't. And no, we ain't. We ain't mad about that, but we just want to say, okay, everybody ain't out here like y'all, okay? A lot of us is single, okay? So we still out here, all right? Okay, case scenario. We got Dani. Dani is still single. Tim ain't got it together. Even Hunter, even though he done moved on, he ain't got it together. Griffin ain't got it together. Marcos ain't thinking nothing about it. Liz, we know you definitely got to get a little girl. Okay, how you be getting? We know nobody ain't dealing with none of that right now. And so a lot of us, we still out here. Okay, so excuse us if we let y'all vow renewal go over our heads. Okay, we always, it goes without saying, we will always be happy for y'all. Even if we don't say it, we always happy. Okay, I just wanted to say that because I ain't said it in the last video. I kind of brushed it past that and stuff. But yes, in this episode, Ashley feels like she does owe Dani an explanation because her and Dani has been really close for a minute since Dani has joined the county rescue squad and everything like that. And she feels like torn because she got this great news. Only person she revealed it to is her husband, rightfully so. But at the same time, it's like the more she's quiet about it and has not revealed anything because she wants to talk to Chief first and then she wants to go to Dani, it's bothering her because she's starting to see Dani go through all these different emotions, and Dani could technically avoid going through all of this back and forthness and this anger and jealousy and everything that she got going on right now. All that could have been nipped in the bud if Ashley would have just told her about her job offer. And Ashley been putting it off. So she's really going through it in that area. And on top of that, I feel like Ashley is just not ready to finalize. I feel like she feels like she tell Dani about her job offer, the deal is almost finalized. It's almost like she's no longer there, even though she's technically there for now. But it's like everything's gonna be over. All this stuff that this been her family, this been her life here, working with her husband day in and day out, all of this stuff that she just loved, and she's gotten comfortable with this life, and now she's about to embark on a new journey. And I know it's exciting, but at the same time it's probably a little bit overwhelming because this is her family, this will always be her family, and she can't take them with her. And even though she's technically not losing any of them because she can always stop by, I mean, all this technology, y'all can keep in touch, you know, Andy's still in your life because that's your husband. But I get it, it's gonna be different. As much as she wants things to stay the same, she knows that it can't. God has opened this door for her and wants her to go through this door, and she's just kind of wanted things to stay like closing your eyes, like please, please, please. And you trying to keep everything the same, but we know every day, even with us regular folks down here, every day stuff is changing. Nothing stays the same. Even though you may technically have looked exactly how you look today, yesterday, something still changed. I heard it said, y'all, that every day, it's like every day you're aging, every day a person's getting closer to the grave. You're more closer to the grave than to the birth canal. I mean, I heard people say these kind of things, and it's a scary thought for most people to consider because it's like, you know the truth. The reality is you can't go backwards. You can't go back and capture what was. You can't repeat a day where it's exactly like the day before. It's just not gonna happen. We're not meant to do that, all right? We don't control time. That's just not our gift, all right? That ain't for us. That's beyond us. It belongs to someone else, okay? And we don't know who that one is, all right? Yes, we know, okay? And so it's amazing how we as people respond to life changes, to life challenges, and to all of these different things. And the more we look at it, the more we start to see that all people want is for something to stay the same. We want consistency. We want time to stop, in a sense. We want to have some kind of control over the things that we were never meant to have control over. And although we be fighting every day, I'm saying collectively, it may not be you, it certainly ain't me, but it is those out there who's fighting to like preserve beauty, to preserve time, to almost step into this immortality while we're still in these bodies. That is what you have these scientists and all these different people of the world trying to capture, because the idea of leaving this, that all you have ever known, is fearful for most people. It is scary, especially if you don't know the Lord, right? And so, yes, I know I took y'all on a little deep journey right there, but I'm just exploring these ideas as I am watching and thinking about what Ashley could be thinking in this very moment and what she's battling with here and why it was taking her so long to, and you would think why can't you just go ahead and tell the girl? Okay, is it really that big of a deal? But when you think about the different aspects that I just pointed out and how deep these things go with us being so layered as humans, it's like, it just goes so deep with us. It's hard to really put into words these type of things, but we know that we have all been there at one point, and most likely we're all gonna be there again, okay? And we're still alive, it's breathing and stuff. But yeah, and so Ashley does go through this moment, and she's kind of hashing it out little by little with her husband Andy. But at the same time, you can see something is bothering Andy as well. Like, he missed his doctor's appointment. Different things is kind of getting to him, and that, which is not what we're used to. Like, we know that Andy is a big jokester, loving, good guy. We know that, but we do know that, yes, he is a big jokester, so it's hard to take him seriously. In this episode, we got more of that when Andy, he encountered like the opposite of life in this episode, which really bothers him, and we can tell that that's a big thing to him. And he had to even go take a shower to try to get rid of all of that, and ended up in a cold shower, okay? And people still ain't come out there and fix their water yet. Andy, you gotta do something about that, because Chief left you in charge, all right? You gotta do something about that water, okay? I feel bad for you, but at the same time, I'm like, at least nobody else was surprised by it, because you should have handled that before you stepped in there, all right? But anyways, yeah, we do get to see Andy kind of go through it with him being such the strong guy, the leader in here. And when we get to the bottom line with Andy, because I'm trying to wrap up him and Ashley right quick, but I'll move on to these other little stories. But the bottom line with Andy that he does reveal is the fact of what's really getting to him is Ashley leaving. And he has nothing against her leaving, because he knows that's his wife. He's gonna always be there for her and be with her and all of that. But they worked together all of this time, and that gave him a bit of peace and comfort that no matter what happened on the job, even if their lives are at risk in that state, he knew that he could get through it, because Ashley was always there when he walked through them doors. They walked through the doors together. They left through those doors together. And now this is a new season for him that he's going to be stepping into, her not being there, her not holding his hand, getting him through those hard moments on this job, because we do know it comes with a lot of challenges here. Because they're still people. They have to process this when they're dealing with seeing other people in pain, seeing other people who had to transition up out of here. They still have to be healed and go through their healing or whatever that may be to get them through, whether it's prayer is a lot for Dani, but everybody got their different things that they rely on to get them through those challenges on this job. And one of those things for him was having Ashley there. So the very thought that would not happen is like, how is he going to deal with this? Is he going to fall apart in these moments? And all of these different things that Andy is going through. And we got to see that he realized later that he's never going to be alone, regardless whether Ashley is physically presently there or not, that they all are a family and they're going to get through this together. And so that wraps up the whole Andy and Ashley drama for now. We're going to see what happened in the next episode. Are we going to see Ashley actually walk out the doors, give her goodbye? All right, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna see? And just the thought of Ashley leaving, I gotta be honest, it does bother me. I'm laughing it off and all of that for now, but I know tears gonna come to my eyes to see Ashley leave, because we just love her. She's Mama Bear, she's a protector, and she is a major glue to keeping everybody and keeping everything together. So yeah, moving back on to Miss Dani. All right, Dani made an accusation, and although we took that as what I took that as the truth. Whatever Dani said is almost like the Bible. All right, how we feel when Dani experienced something. I never questioned the idea that she could possibly be wrong about Duke drinking again. Dani said it was so. I was like, okay, Dani, what you doing? What you doing? That was wrong. What you doing? All this, I was getting all like this and rolling my neck and rolling my eyes and everything at him, because I took Dani's word for it, okay? Do I feel bad for taking Dani's word for it? No, because girls stick together, all right? Girls rule. So no, I don't feel bad about it. But I do want to take this a moment to apologize to Duke, because we do find out in this episode that it was just tea. It was just tea. That's all it was. Duke ain't did nothing, y'all. Duke's still good, everything like that. He ain't risked nothing. Dani, girl, you don't put me through all of this, had me standing up for you with everything, and now look what happened, okay? Now we both out here looking crazy, all right? But yeah, I had to admit, I was very happy about how they did that. Okay, they gave us a little bit suspense as they passing around the bottle with a drink or whatever, and we holding our breaths like, oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What are you gonna be? Okay, you gonna keep your job? What you gonna do? You gonna let it? What's gonna happen? And all that stuff. And then we get to the bottom line. Marcos revealed that it's just tea. And Duke took it. I have to say, Duke has definitely grown because he didn't get offended by it. Because you would think a person would get real angry about something like that because you risking their job and everything like that. And even she told Dani, like, you got to be careful with what you just said. Because this kind of thing can go a long way. This is affecting people's lives, affecting their incomes, their livelihood, everything like that. And you out here making accusations. Okay, so we get, and basically what drove Dani to this, and I love that she admit in this episode, she didn't even take the time. Like she said, what she should have did was pull Duke aside. And if she would have went that route, she would have found out in the privacy of just them two that Duke wasn't drinking, that it was just tea. It was nothing what she thought, okay? And she would have found that out if she would have took the time to pull him aside, which she did not do because her jealousy, her enviness really drove her to all of this, y'all. And that was very unfortunate, but yeah, that's her. That was the mystery of what's in the bottle. Who got the bottle? Okay, that was the mystery of that. So I'm happy that for now things seems to be good for Duke, and it showed that these 6 months off the job has definitely done him some good because he seemed more at peace. He's ready to get back out there in the field, and he does have his first call out there with Marcos, and they meet a familiar face out there, and I could just tell that it was something for him. It was really special to know that he's useful. This is what he's supposed to do, and to be that out there with bro, his big, well, I was about to say big, but brother or whatever, but I don't think Marcos would be a brother in that, but out there with his bestie, okay, and him and Marcos handling business like they were always doing. And Duke has this conversation with Marcos, y'all. Yes, I know I'm kind of moving on from Dani for now. I will get back to her, because we do got to talk a little bit more about Dani and help her through these issues and all that, because she ain't gonna listen to nobody but me. So we'll come back to her. But Marcos, y'all know him and Liz is just not getting along still. Marcos don't want to have nothing to do with her. Don't want to hear nothing she got to say, because he's up on a phone call in this episode, and he basically gives up the gallery. His dream is thrown out the window. It just is what it is. He has accepted it for now, and as far as he can tell, there's no going back. It's just a done deal. And he's never going to have a gallery. He's never going to have any of these things. Never get to see his kids run around in this place that he has built and all of that. You just feel bad for him. And Liz overhears all of this. She tries again to talk to him, but it just to no avail, and ends up shedding a tear. And you just feel bad for her at this point, because she has broken down, humbled herself to the point of just no return. And Marcos is still not budging. At this point, she has no idea what to do next. And she's giving him 3 days, okay? And I'm just like, girl, I don't know. I don't even know if I can help you out, Liz, with this. But we'll see what's going to happen. If anything, I feel like is what's helping her out, which I feel like we're gonna see maybe hopefully next episode, and really see them come back to one another and have what they used to have, is the fact that Duke is here, and Duke does talk to Marcos about forgiveness, and saying how even every time his wife look at his face she is reminded of how she has to forgive him, and she's forgiven him every single time she look at every child. Dude, every time she look at your face, she gotta forgive. She gotta forgive me every time she look at you. Every time? Goodness, what kind of face you got, honey? But yeah, and he breaks that down to Marcos, and Marcos was like, well, I'm about to say, I say his wife. I hope I call his wife Liz. But yeah, Tiffany is Duke's wife. And Marcos is like, well, good for her. Like, she's better than he is because he just can't get past that. He cannot forgive Liz, or at least he's not ready to forgive her. I do believe he still has love in his heart for Liz, but they just not in that place, and he needs more time. And sometimes it takes a little bit more time than we want to give people, but hey, we got to do what we got to do. If that's relationship, friendship, whatever it is, it's worth it to you, then keep praying, okay? And give these people some space, all right? Liz, give them some space. Back off, all right? For now. You're doing too much, girl, okay? But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on between Marcos and Liz, and we're hoping that they can get some kind of closure. They can get back to, because I don't know how much I can take of this. I don't know how much I can take of going through this with them, okay? I want to see them together. Yes, at one point I was laughing at at one point I was just laughing at them and stuff, because to see Liz, you know, have to humble herself to the point, because she always been like a hard as a rock and stuff, but to see her kind of do that squirm a little bit, it was kind of, it was funny. But now I'm just like, okay, enough is enough. Marcos, please, honey, all right, honey, please, okay, let's just forgive her. Let's just forgive her for now and move on, okay? Because you're riding this thing out a little too long now. You're riding it out a little too long. We need to stop now, okay? But yes, that's what it's there, all right? And so, Chief. All right, yeah, we're going to say a little bit about Chief, because Chief is going to see the mayor here. Don't have an appointment or nothing. He done tried over the phone, kept getting what he... He kept getting what he talking about, these robots, okay? Like, he done dealt with the robots when he called it on the phone. Can't get nobody, but that you call it... you calling a robot Chief, okay? He's so old school. But I love me some Chief. Okay. Yeah, so I'm very, very happy he is fighting for Dani, even though he done gave Dani her recommendation letter and did what he had to do on that end, but he is still believing, obviously, because we could tell that his faith is in the works, because he is going down to the office and he's willing to sit there, because he said the mayor got to come out for lunch at some time. Okay, and that little lady, I don't know her name or whatever, but she was just really getting on my last nerve, like seriously, because you see that this man been trying on the phone with you. You know his voice. You heard him talking to you, girl, and now you see him in your face, and you see all he want is a minute of mayor time. That's it. Okay, these are about people who put their risking their lives, saving other people's lives. And the most you can do is sit your little plump self up there talking about some she get her lunch delivered to her and all this kind of stuff. I was just really turned off by this lady, like seriously. And it was so many different names that I just wanted to throw out there, because I was just tired of her. Okay, it wasn't really that serious. You telling me a minute of somebody's time, somebody can't get a minute of somebody's time, and he trying to save somebody's job, okay, who eventually will be saving lives. Could be saving your little life, okay? And you're gonna remember that you're gonna think back to this moment, little girl. But anyways, what ended up happening with that part, Chief ended up having to go on the waiting list, and he's like, who knows when this mayor gonna get to him, and then why the mayor taking her precious time to get to him, he or she, I think it's a she. Dani been walked out because she already got her recommendation and all that kind of stuff. So yes, I'm very annoyed by this, but I commend Chi for doing what he had to do and stepping it up and not willing to just throw in the towel and give up. He's doing whatever he can do, thinking of whatever he can think of. I wish I could have been there and give him some more ideas, but you know how that is. Okay, for now we are where we are, Chi. But yes, I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, I just want to say that. Okay, and I just really appreciate you fighting for Dani, fighting for my bestie. Okay, you know me and Dani sisters and stuff, and you were just like, I gotta do this for my love. I gotta do this for my love. Thank you. Okay, but yeah, moving on from that, and then we get back to Dani. I want to get back to her, okay, before we wrap this video, because I see we getting close to a certain time, and I told you I was gonna be less than what it usually is, so forgive me. All right, forgive me. Okay, so Dani is still in her feelings and stuff, and yes, she already know that she was wrong about the whole Duke thing. Now she's flipping out on Ashley, because she's just like, why didn't you tell me before I opened up to you? I told you all kind of things on this job, Ashley, and you couldn't tell me that you were leaving. And Ashley was just like, she just needed time. Now you flipping out on Ashley and all that kind of stuff. And yes, Dani, I gotta put you in your place, okay? You're getting out of hand now, all right? Because this ain't Ashley's fault. Don't be taking out your anger on her and all of that, because you feel like God brought you here, and you don't want to be no placeholder or just around here just to fit somebody's problems for a minute, and then they just snatch the job from underneath you and all that kind of stuff. And I get that, and I have to say this because I really felt Dani on this, like seriously, like she said, she want to be chosen. We all want our spot. We want to know that we belong somewhere, that this is what God has for us, that it was meant for you. It was not meant for somebody else, that somebody else got their own thing. This person over here got their own thing, and what God has for you, this is reserved, okay? This is VIP for you. And that's how we all want to feel. And so I felt Dani in this moment, like she was like, I want to be chosen. I don't want to be nobody place. I don't want nobody leftovers. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't do that over here. We don't do that over here. We want God's best for us. We want to be with God. She's just not understanding. And I get her because we all have those moments, like you praying about something and then it turns out something totally different, and you just like, was like, I know this is it. I know this is what God got for me. You can't tell me nothing different. You can't tell me nothing different, okay? I know this is what God got for me. And then it's like everything blowing up in your face. This ain't happening. This door closing. Why this door closing? If this door was gonna close, why you got me here to begin with? I could have been over there doing something else over here, something. And then what's going on, God? What is it? All right. And I totally get Dani, because we have all, if you are a believer and you are faithfully on this journey, you have been there, okay? And if you have not been there, you're probably on your way there, because it can get like that when you think you heard from God, you think this is it, and for whatever reason, it don't turn out the way that you thought it should, okay? And so Dani is going through these emotions. I can tell she's a little bit angry and confused. And she reveals to her mom in this episode that this is her last day, even though she fought as hard as she did. But I love that her mom finally really told her how proud she is of her. And she don't blame Dani for things not working out, whether it's not working out with the county rescue squad or even in her personal life, that she's not engaged and there's no potentials right now and all that kind of stuff. Which brings me to, let me talk about Tim right quick, okay? Now, Timmy. You know I love you. From the very beginning, it's a lot of y'all like there, okay? When I told y'all team Tim, your team Griff in season 1. And many of you were team Tim, as well as I am. And we always believe that one day, you and Dani will come to be, okay? Dani will one day see you. But how in the world is she gonna see you and you talking to this other chick right now, okay? I cannot believe you gave this girl your phone number, right? On the job, and she ain't called you for a minute, so you kind of forgot. So now you in the room doing your work and all that kind of stuff and everything like that. You done had all the different conversations with Dani. Okay, Dani opened up to you on this episode, leaned her head on you and stuff, and y'all was just kind of like close like that, and y'all know we was happy about it. Y'all know we was happy about that. Y'all had y'all little moments and stuff. You know, it wasn't really like a romantic moment, but it was a moment. It gave us hope. But now y'all, you are putting up your little medical stuff and everything, clean up and everything. Do you get this call? And it's homegirl. And before you answer the phone, you go comb your hair, brush your hair back, and then look. She can smell you through the phone. We ain't got that far in technology yet, okay? We on the way. Who knows? We may be starting to smell people through the phone. But for now, she can't smell you through the phone, honey. You check your breath. It's all right. Everything all right in there, Timmy. But yeah, so it was just like, and then you talking to her and y'all connecting and everything, and you cheesy, you smiling, and you kind of blushing and stuff. And the only person who ever made you even do that was Dani. So what is going on, Tim? Okay, what is going on, Tim? All right, Timmy, you back to Timmy, okay? Because you acting like you acting like a little child, okay? You know Dani is for you. So what is happening? Okay, yes you have. Yes, she don't see you right now, but that don't mean you give up, okay? And you letting this other girl move on in now, all right? I don't know how I'm feeling about that. I don't know how I'm feeling, okay? And smiling right now. I'm just because I can't really get mad. Like I can't, because Dani, she wasn't seeing you, and she really ain't. Okay, if anything, she still kind of hung on Griffin a little bit, and we gonna move on from Tim. Okay, y'all, we gonna move on from you. So her and Griffin have a little discussion together, and Griffin basically saying, like, apologizing because he was acting kind of stank and stuff, because I told y'all he was acting like that in the last episode. But he basically saying that Dani is his friend and he's sorry, like they have something special here, and he don't want to lose that. He needs a friend in his life right now, okay? And I'm just like, okay, Griffin, I see you. I see your game. All right. I see you. Stop now. Stop. Okay. Because you're doing too much now. All right. You know what you're doing, but you're still doing too much now, Griffin. All right. And I love how Dani, she ain't in that place right now. You can tell she's fixated on more where God want her to be, her purpose, her job, all that kind of stuff. So she's just like, she got to go apologize to Duke and everything like that. And so they leave it at that. And you see Griffin just sitting back at the table like, he don't know what to do, honey. She done stole his. She done stole your heart. Huh? She stole your heart or whatever. But yeah. And then it basically comes to a conclusion. You don't know if it's all over the place, but it basically comes down to they all come to the table. They at the station, and they all share their apologies and basically connect, hold hands, and like. It's been a journey. Yeah, we ain't gonna always get along all the time. There gonna be some misunderstandings. There gonna be some setbacks. There gonna be a lot of different emotions, a lot of overwhelmness at times. But at the end of the day, we coming back and we gonna sit at this table and we gonna work it out. And I got your back. You got my back, right? And that's how it ended. It ended on a really good note. But at the same time, Chief got his boxes in a bunch, all right? They twisted up, being a little bit of a bunch right now, okay? Because they find out that Ashley is leaving, and she's supposed to tell him first, but she didn't tell him first. She told Dani, and so he's feeling some kind of way because Ashley, like I said, she always been the glue in a sense. She's been working for them, but Chief for a minute. So I know Ashley is like family to him. So he's in a little, he's not too happy and everything, but whatever. We'll talk later, Chief. We'll talk later about that. But anyways, that's pretty much how it ended, and it ended on a really good note. Not how it usually does end it, where we're just like, okay, holding our breath and different things. And I'm wondering if they're like, okay, we're gonna give y'all a minute to breathe right now. But trust me, I'm gonna steal your breath in the next episode. And I'm waiting, y'all. I'm waiting. I'm already hyped up because y'all ain't finna leave me. Okay, feeling some kind of way like y'all did with season 1. And I was like, y'all haven't had season 2. I'm around here crying for season 2 and everything. Looking for season 2. Look at everyone for season 2 and everything. And y'all ain't finna have me like this. But y'all is gonna have me like that. But yeah, before we get up out of here, we're gonna go ahead and get into the scripture. And we're coming out of Ephesians. And y'all make it so easy for me with sharing these scriptures at the beginning of the episode. And all I'm doing is reminding the people, right? And we're coming out of Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32. And it reads, and be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as God in Christ forgave you. That's all I have for y'all for this video. Thank y'all so much for watching, hanging out with me, and talking this county rescue, all that kind of good stuff. And yes, as we come to an conclusion of season 2, I want to encourage y'all to continue to watch the episodes, go back, see what you missed, all that kind of stuff. Jump on here, talk with me, everything. Go back to the video history, look at all the reviews, recaps, everything like that. And let me know what's going on. Let me know how y'all feeling with your favorite characters, where you see different things going. But one of the things, oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all. Y'all gonna let me leave out here without saying this, right? Having me looking like I ain't telling the truth, but I remember. Thank you, Jesus, for reminding me, all right? But one of my predictions for next episode is we're not going to see Tim and Dani get together this season. As much as we would love to see that, I know y'all would, because I don't talk to y'all, okay? Talk to y'all in private, and y'all are just holding on to that hope of seeing Dani and Tim get together. I am going to step out here and say, if I'm wrong, y'all can come for me, okay? Y'all can. Don't come too hard now, but you can. I don't see Dani and Tim getting together for our last episode. I don't see it happening. I'm sorry, I gotta say that, all right? But until next time, may the Lord bless and keep you both now and forevermore.